What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I have kind of an interesting unboxing for you. Today what I'm actually going to be unboxing is a replacement disc for a recent Blu-ray release. So, for those of you who aren't aware, Star Trek Picard Season 3 is out on Blu-ray. It came out maybe like a month ago, maybe a little bit longer. So it's been out on Blu-ray for a little while, but like right after they put it out, they realized that one of the episodes on one of the discs actually has a missing visual effect in it, that was supposed to be there, but the version of the episode that ended up on the Blu-ray was actually like a kind of a work in progress of that scene. And so it doesn't have the full effect. And ironically, it's like kind of the scene that's on the that's on the packaging here. It's a scene with the Enterprise D going through space, and it's supposed to have this really cool like effect on it, and it has basically no effects on it on this release. So people were very confused, and then eventually they admitted, that they messed it up, and so they offered free replacement discs for this release. For it happens on all the Blu-ray versions, so the standard version, the Steelbook one, all the original releases of this have the same disc. So if you have Picard Season 3, the final season, on Blu-ray of any kind, and you got it, like when it first came out, the third disc, disc 3 of this, has the bad scene on it in the episode The Last Generation. So, to rectify that, they basically gave instructions on their website to submit this customer support form on the website. I believe it's on like the Paramount website. And they gave instructions. So what I will do is I'll actually put a link to the instructions down in the description, since that's kind of the main point of this video. And if you did pick this up, we'll see if there's a difference on the discs, so you can kind of inspect your discs and see if maybe you already have the fixed one or not. I don't know if newer copies of this have the fixed one in it by default. I assume eventually they will, but it's very possible that the ones that are still on the shelves and stuff right now are from the original batch that have the bad discs. So don't just assume that because you pick it up a month or two later that it necessarily has the fixed version of that episode. Everything else about the set is fine. All the other episodes are just fine. It's just that one episode that has like an unfinished visual effect shot. So let me go ahead and show you how they send it to you. So after you submit the form on their website, I think it took a couple weeks for me to get mine, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. I'd kind of forgotten about it, actually. It took a little while, and you don't really get any feedback when you submit the form. You don't really get like a confirmation email, or like they don't update you on the status or anything like that. You just kind of submit your form, and you just kind of hope that it did something, that it got to the right person. But mine did, and a couple weeks later in the mail, I got this bubble mailer here from Paramount, from California, and in it, the only thing in it is a paper disc holder here and a new copy of the third disc. So, let me go ahead and open this up so you can see. This is the Steelbook version here. So again, discs 1 and 2, totally fine. The issue is just isolated to basically one shot in one episode on disc 3. So this is the bad one. So I'm going to put this one over here. And I'm hoping that they gave it like a new, maybe SKU number somewhere on here. I'm hoping they made it obvious which one is which, but we'll find out. So this is the bad one. I'm putting this over here kind of on the disc case. And this is the fixed one. So let's see if we can maybe spot a difference here between the two, because it's going to be pretty tricky if they don't put something here that will allow you to tell which is which. In the past, when they've done this, like this also happened to the Friday the 13th Scream Factory set. It's up to a couple Arrow movie sets, and usually when they do it, if there's like a SKU number on it, they'll add, like an extra letter to it or revision number or something, so that way you can actually look at the disc itself and tell if it's fixed. I'm not seeing anything like that. The fine print doesn't have anything like that. So let's look at the number here. So it's kind of hard to see, but you see that number there? It says that's kind of the lot number right here in the spindle right there. And that ends in, let's see, D21, I believe. Is it the same number on the other side? Just kind of trying to take a look here. Are D21 and 22. Okay, so let's see. D21 and D22. All right, you see that kind of what I'm looking at there in the spindle? So let's see what the original one says there. D24 and D23 is what, so that one ends in D23 and that one ends in, let's see, D24. So I'm not sure if that's indicative of that exactly. I don't know if those differ based on, maybe those are different for different releases. I'm not sure. But if they are the same, like kind of on the run out here, the original version definitely says D23, or has the two serial numbers on the spindle here that end in D23 and D24. That's the bad one. And then the new replacement one, like I said, has numbers there that end in D21 and D22. So I don't know if that is necessarily the right way to tell, because unfortunately, like I said, a lot of times they'll have an extra little SKU number in there and maybe it'll say, but I don't really see any differences otherwise, as far as like how the label looks or anything that would really indicate that it's the corrected version. So I do think that's kind of annoying. It makes it hard. Obviously, if you want to tell, you can pop it in and watch this episode. And I'll also include in the instructions for getting a replacement, it also tells you sort of exactly which scene and what the timestamp is of the problem. So if you're not positive and you pick up this set, Picard, basically on any version of Blu-ray, what you're going to want to do is just pop in disc 3 as soon as you get it, go to that last episode, The Last Generation, and then check my description for information about the timestamp and just jump right there and see if the version that you have has the cool, like, blue space warping effect, or if it just has, like, blank stars behind it as it's going through space in that scene. Because the one with all the cool looking effects is the right one, and the one that kind of looks boring, it's just stars behind it, and it's mostly black, is the wrong one. So I just wanted to kind of bring that to everybody's attention, just in case maybe you saw something about it and you're wondering if they really do send out replacement discs. In this case, they do. You don't get, like I said, you don't get much feedback about it. You don't get many updates, or you don't get any updates actually. You just kind of submit that into the nether, and hopefully you get something back. So there you go, everybody. Again, I'll put the details in the description in case you're curious. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you collect physical media, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I've got lots of Star Trek and Steelbook unboxings on my channel, and I try to keep everybody up to date when there's stuff like replacements and things like that. So if you're a Picard fan, you pick up the final season, definitely make sure that you've got the fixed disc, because this is 100% free. Who knows how long they're going to offer free replacement discs, there's usually some kind of cutoff after a while, after several months or so, where they won't send you a new one. So definitely, since it's a pretty new release still, you definitely want to look into getting your free replacement. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you next time.